If you want to go to 10% body fat, you've got to kill the person you are now. Before we kill anyone, can I ask you something? Would you rather lose fat fast or would you rather lose fat forever? Because the truth is, the fastest way usually ends with you bathing in Nutella. And the science-backed system is usually a bit slower than the quick one, but you'll be amazed at how easy it is to stay lean for life. I've spent 13 years perfecting this method on myself, and now I use it to help people like you. And some of those people were so transformed by my system, they even became coaches themselves. In this video, I'm breaking down the 3-step fat loss system anyone can follow, even if you're a busy man, woman, dog, cat, and how to break through those plateaus even when you're doing everything right and you're still just stuck. And by the end of this, we can run on the beach shirtless together forever. But before I walk you through the system, we need to have the talk. Nope, not the filthy things you do on the weekend, but how long this is actually going to take you. You know that one friend who's always late, like you say meet at 7, but you know deep in your heart they're going to be showing up shamelessly at 8:12. Used to be annoying until you figure out their pattern. And once you expect them to be late, you stop stressing. You show up later, you plan accordingly, and you've mentally prepared yourself. And fat loss works the exact same way. Because if you think results going to come in 3 weeks, but it might take 5 to 6 months, you might want to give up before you even begin. Now, if you keep a daily deficit of just 500 calories, you lose about 1 pound of fat each week. And that's roughly 0.5% of your body weight. That means getting to a 10% body fat might take you around 5 to 6 months or even a little bit longer. But this is sustainable, and in the process you can easily build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Because if you're on a way too low of a deficit, you have less energy to lift weights and you get in less protein. The last thing you want is to end up skinny fat. Now, there's nothing in this world you can do to drop your body fat if you don't understand this first step. You could have David Goggins train you for a year straight. If you don't have this dialed in, no results. And I'm not gonna lie, this was always the hardest part for me because I always trained, I never smoked, stopped drinking alcohol, but food was my kryptonite, especially during the hard times. 3 months ago, this was my belly. I'd just come out of shoulder surgery after dislocating it 3 times in jiu-jitsu, so I couldn't train, and naturally I turned to food for comfort. I hated myself, felt like I was a completely different person. But then I got back on track 2 months later and I saw quick results by focusing on just one goal: a daily deficit of 500 calories while eating the foods I enjoy. A deficit that small doesn't feel like punishment. All you have to do is eat a slice of pizza less, switch from Coke to Coke Zero, or even just cutting out an item of food from your nutrition can help you get into this. And by doing that, you'll be losing a pound of fat a week. On the days you do have cheat meals planned, or you know you're going out somewhere, fast throughout the day and kind of balance it out. Now, none of the foods I ate were foods I disliked. They were all foods I liked or was neutral with. And as hunger is one of the biggest reasons why most people fail to lose weight, I ate only high protein and fiber foods because they are high satiety foods which keep you feeling full for longer. Also, protein helps you build muscle and lose fat at the same time. So reaching a protein goal is very important. So here's the game plan. Make a list of high protein and high fiber foods you already like, or at least you don't hate. Pick just 3 or 5 from each category and ask ChatGPT to give you 30 easy 15-minute meals using only these foods with their macros. Pick your favorites and then those foods are your commandments. Now, I've put everything you need, all the lists of foods, all these steps into a free blueprint which you can just download by hitting the link in the description, and I'll send it to you for free right away. Now, imagine I asked you to sprint full speed for 400 meters straight. You'd probably gas out way before, fall over and never want to run again. But if we were to break this up into intervals where you sprint, you jog, you walk, and you repeat that, you might finish much faster and it's so much more easier. So don't be afraid to take breaks. You could try being in a calorie deficit for 3 weeks and then have 1 or 2 weeks where you're just maintaining it and adjust it however you need to. A study found that taking a 2-week diet break led to more fat loss and less muscle loss than dieting straight through. Now, not only does this keep you sane, but you'll also be winning in the long run 100%. Now, by doing all that, you can lose all the fat in the world, but still not love how you look. Because the body you want is built in the next step. Now, the worst thing that can happen to you isn't not losing weight, it's losing weight and ending up skinny fat. And to avoid this happening, step 2 is crucial. This is Ishi. She lost 27 pounds in 3 months after she adjusted and implemented this step properly. The worst part was how hard she tried. She dragged herself into the gym and spent all her energy jogging on the treadmill, but thinking that was the key to fat loss. But everything changed once she did this right. Following a proper resistance training program. Not only did she lose all that weight, her posture improved, she felt more energetic, she started doing things she once thought was impossible, like pull-ups. She fell in love with the process. She got certified in 3 fitness courses, tried new sports, earned the jiu-jitsu blue belt, all because she stopped doing what didn't work and finally started doing what did. The right approach matters a lot. Training the wrong way is like vacuuming with the plug not plugged in. Lots of effort, but no results. But most importantly, if Ishi hadn't begun resistance training, she wouldn't have found that momentum which changed her life. The same momentum which can change yours. Weight training helps you get the body you want. It speeds up your metabolism so you can burn calories even faster, even more than just cardio. Plus, it makes you stronger and healthier in so many ways. Let's talk about how we can actually build that lean athletic body you want. So let's focus on these. For your chest, to build a strong rounded chest that fills up your shirts, do flat presses, incline presses, flies, and dips. And to build a lean muscular back that looks incredible even through your clothes, focus on vertical pulls like pull-ups. Also include horizontal rows and lat specific exercises like pullovers. But don't forget to also do your deadlifts. Now, if you want those athletic, lean, eye-catching shoulders, you'll need to do overhead presses and lateral raises. You could also add reverse flies for just balance development. To get those ripped legs so you look like a fucking machine when you're in shorts. Do your squats, your Romanian deadlifts, your hip thrusts, lunges, leg extensions, leg curls, calf raises, and you should be good to go from there. And finally, if you want people to call animal control when they see those pythons coming out of your sleeves, build the arms. Do preacher curls, cable curls, overhead extensions, and push downs. And for cardio, choose something enjoyable that you'd stick with. This could be football, martial arts, or even just running on the beach. And it works for men and women. The free blueprint linked in the description lays all of this out for you step by step so you can start implementing it right away without overthinking anything. Now, by following a program like this, you'll be building muscle and losing fat at the same time. But as you're on a calorie deficit, it's super important to plan your meals around your training. Because you don't want to go into training like a chicken. It's like trying to drive a sports car with no fuel. You want to go in strong, lifting heavier, because a well-fed version of you gets so much more out of the workout versus going to the gym with no fuel. If you're short on time, doing just 2 sets of half of these exercises can be very beneficial, research shows. Now, losing fat might have been easier years ago, but what if I told you your metabolism isn't broken and the way to get it back faster than ever might be simpler than you think? And honestly, I didn't fully grasp how powerful this is until recently. Because when I was lifting in my teens, staying lean felt effortless. I ate everything and everyone in front of me and I still stayed lean without even thinking about it. Now it felt 10 times harder. I thought my metabolism retired. And then it finally hit me. Back then, I didn't have a car. I walked everywhere. I hopped on trains, metros, and basically spent all day just moving my ass. I was super active. Now my butt's glued to any seat it can find. I was also way more social, always going out, always doing something. Now I've got like 3 friends. And most importantly, back then, I was lifting weights every single day. So my metabolism was like a paper shredder. You put it in, abracadabra, it's over, it's gone. And I also stopped lifting weights now so I could have focused more on jiu-jitsu and I had to make weight for competition. So I sacrificed a lot of muscle mass in the process. So the truth is, my metabolism didn't actually get slower. I just stopped doing what kept it fast, lifting weights and staying active. And I truly firsthand saw the power of this after my shoulder surgery 2 months ago. Because I couldn't train and I shrunk my belly by 70%, all from just walking more, which I honestly found unbelievable. I got this step tracker for some accountability and I just tried to do 2,000 more steps than my average. And once my physio gave me the green light to start lifting again, I consistently have been back in the gym building muscle again. And guess what? Fat loss suddenly felt so much easier than I was 2 months ago. Even with the occasional mistresses here and there, results were just faster than usual. Lifting weights and walking more is like choosing a strong video game character. Your odds of winning skyrocket. And if you're not lifting weights and being active, it's like choosing the weakest character in the game and wondering why you keep losing. So think of it this way. Sitting down is your fat's best friend and muscle is your fat's worst enemy. Here's what you need to do. Commit to regular weight training at least 3 days per week. Your metabolism is going to be on its hands and knees begging you, thanking you for that. Then you need to be actively seeking out ways to move during the day. Walk instead of driving every single place you go. Park further away from entrances. Get up and move your ass, even at work. You'll be more productive by doing this. Make it a habit to go on evening walks. I get it. I know life is busy, but being active doesn't magically happen. You need to consciously prioritize it. If you nail this step, you will literally double the speed of your results. So the true fastest way to reach and maintain your 10% body fat is to eat 500 calories less than what you burn, eat high protein and high fiber foods you like, follow a solid resistance training plan to build muscle and boost your metabolism, stay active every day, keep moving your ass, and take diet breaks to prevent burnout and plateaus. Now you can follow all the steps we talked about so far perfectly and make incredible progress, but eventually you're gonna hit a wall. Your fat loss is gonna stall and your body will stop changing. Unless you do this next thing. Because in my first 3 years of lifting weights, I repeated the same workout again and again and again for 3 years in a row. I felt like a total muppet. And it reminded me of this one tradition my friends had. Every year on my birthday, they throw me a surprise party. The first time, I was buzzing. Awesome. The second year, yeah, great. Cute. But by the third year, I'd walk into my house and be like, guys, okay, where's the cake? Let's get it over with. It just didn't hit the same because I was expecting it and I was prepared for it. Now your muscles work the exact same way. Because if you keep doing the same workout, your body stops responding. And your muscles are going to be standing there going, ugh, this wanker again, guys. We know the drill. Prepare yourselves and let's have minimal damage done to our muscles. So what's the fix? Switching things up, but strategically. Instead of back squats, try Bulgarian split squats. And for bicep curls, hit preacher curls instead. Change the reps, change the sets, and add training systems like drop sets or rest pause sets to make things spicy. And these are such powerful tools to build an extra bit of muscle. I've also included some of the best exercises you can do and proven training systems in my free blueprint. You'll find the link in the description down below. But that's just the training plateau. There's also the sneaky plateau that bites everyone in the ass without them even knowing it. And this is where most people get stuck and don't even realize it. Now let's say you start your journey at 80 kilos and you're losing fat eating just 2,000 calories a day. Fast forward a few months later, now you're at 75 kilos and you're still eating 2,000 calories hoping for more fat loss. And you're thinking, why isn't this working anymore? Simple. You're a smaller car now that requires much less fuel. Used to be a truck that requires gallons more of fuel. So when you lose weight and your body shrinks, your calories shrink as well. And if you don't adjust your intake, your progress is going to stop. The same goes with your steps. Maybe in the beginning, 5,000 was enough to see some changes, but as you get leaner, you need to push further. And one underrated hack I love is wearing a weighted vest, because research shows it can boost your calorie burn by up to 15% just by doing the same amount of steps. At first, you'll feel like you're doing everything right and nothing's changing. Day after day, the workouts, the meals, all the discipline, and still no fireworks. Until one day, you look up and you don't even recognize yourself in the best possible way. People are going to start complimenting you. Your clothes are going to start fitting better. And that's how fat loss works. The early part feels really slow. But once progress starts showing up in the mirror, your motivation is going to hit turbo mode and you're only going to be going uphill from there. The hardest part is simply just beginning. All you have to do is show up, and I promise you, if you can take that one first step, everything you want becomes possible. You're not alone in this, man. We all want to eat chocolate, eat pizza, take a day off from the gym sometimes, take some naps. We're all fighting the exact same fight to become 1% better than what we were yesterday. And trust me, there's an elite version of yourself waiting to be unlocked by you. I fucking believe in you, man. And if you're struggling with anything, just comment below. I'll be right there with you to help you with it. Now, staying in that 500 calorie deficit can be tough because hunger is one relentless son of a bitch. What if I said that beating it isn't about willpower, it's about using 10 simple but underrated habits? In this video, I cover exactly how to lose fat fast whilst kicking hunger in the balls.